Bud Light has a new ad out. I'm just going to catch you up really quickly on the timeline. Bud Light sponsors, puts them on a beer can. The Bud Light sales tank. People revolt against it. Bud Light doesn't apologize. Bud Light sort of doubles down. Then Bud Light blames it on some VP of marketing and puts her on leave. And I think maybe fires her. I don't remember. I think she's probably gone. Then Bud Light doubles down on it. Then Bud Light makes a commercial about horses. Then Bud Light still won't apologize for the beer can as the sales continue to tank. Then Bud Light begs people to buy their beer again, but Bud Light still won't apologize. And now Bud Light has this commercial, a true work of art, a truly completely ignorant, wrong-headed work of art on why you should buy Bud Light again. There we go. There's an older white guy rubbing Bud Light on his face. People hauling a Bud Light keg. Guy keeps dropping his Bud Light. What a bunch of goofy, dumb, stupid, hick, idiot, rude Bud Light drinkers. They keep stumbling and falling. Now it's kind of windy. Oh, look at this dummy. He can't even get into a hammock. Yeah, oh, this guy can't even, they've got to know how to tap a keg. Stupid Bud Light drinkers. There we go. We got more middle-aged white guys. I don't know what the commercial is trying to tell you, other than middle-aged white guys and kind of fratty-looking guys, the two main constituencies for Bud Light. They're just a bunch of stupid, klutzy idiots. Now buy our beer, dummies. It started out with that VP of marketing saying, we hate how we've got this kind of fratty, vibe of Bud Light. We just hate, we want to switch it. So we want to embrace the cultured, beautiful, serious, sophisticated people. And then the actual audience for Bud Light went away. They said, all right, you sloppy, filthy deplorables, whatever. Here's a couple pictures of you stumbling around because you don't even know how to put 2 feet in front of you. Yeah, okay, drink it up. Drink up our slop. You gonna buy it yet? No, that's probably not gonna work. Not very effective. Even if they're just trying to return to normal and say, hey, Bud Light is just what you drink at a party. It's easy to drink. Please buy our drink again. Here's what I have to say. Until Bud Light tweets out my CPAC speech, the eradication speech, in its entirety with 3 thumbs up emojis, the boycott continues. I hereby decree, and I think you will see that reflected in the market cap, okay? If you liked the sound of that, you are gonna love the taste of Magic Spoon even more. With Magic Spoon, you can say goodbye to bland, sugary cereals and experience breakfast like never before. Packed with high-quality ingredients and flavors that you already know and love, like cocoa, fruity frosted, and peanut butter, which is very, very tasty. Magic Spoon will take your breakfast game to new heights. My producer, Ben Davies, can't stop talking about how much he loves Magic Spoon's peanut butter cereal. To which I say, hey, you jerk, stop stealing the peanut butter cereal from the office and let me have it instead. But he loves it. He really likes it. So I figure I'll throw the guy a bone. He can have the box of peanut butter. I'll save myself for the other. Magic Spoon cereals have 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and are only 140 calories per serving. They're also gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. Experience the magic of Magic Spoon cereals by visiting magicspoon.com/Knowles and get $5 off your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, they back it with a 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money. What are you waiting for? Click the link below or head over to magicspoon.com/Knowles to grab a variety pack. Try it today. magicspoon.com/Knowles for $5 off your order. On electability. That's what this campaign's about. Trump is running on the Trump campaign. DeSantis is also running in the Trump lane. You've got a bunch more moderate candidates or candidates running a campaign like it's 2008, and it's not They're not going anywhere. There are still some candidates coming out of left field, but if you look at the poll numbers, it's Trump versus DeSantis. They both have the same campaign platform. So the campaign is about electability, who can win and then wield power. And there's a new poll that just came out from Emerson College, which I think shakes up some of the conventional wisdom on this. Conventional wisdom right now is DeSantis has a much better shot at being elected than Donald Trump. Maybe that's true. Maybe with polls, polls and $1.50 will get you a cup of coffee. But according to this poll, both DeSantis and Trump lose to Joe Biden. And according to this poll, Trump does better than DeSantis against Biden. According to Emerson, 44% would vote for Biden, 43% would vote for Trump, and 43% would vote for Biden versus DeSantis, and only 37% would vote for DeSantis. But here's where it gets kind of weird. If Cornel West, the leftist populist candidate, is in the race on Election Day, then only in that circumstance does the Republican win. Trump, 41, Biden, 40, Cornel West, 6%. You know me, I am the most skeptical of polls and statistics broadly as anybody gets, but especially this far out, especially national polls. But this is really interesting, not because of what it says about Trump and DeSantis, not even really what it says about those guys versus Joe Biden. It's the Cornel West thing. Cornel West pulls votes not from Trump, but from Biden. Cornel West has something in common with both Trump and Biden, which is that he's a leftist, so he has something in common with Biden, but he's a populist, so he has something in common with Trump. And what we see here is that when a leftist populist gets in the race, he pulls from the leftist candidate, which would help the right-wing populist candidate, and which tells you that there is lots of room for a populist movement to grow. In 2016, there were a lot of voters who came out and said, I've never voted before, or I've always been, maybe a Democrat, but now I'm voting for Trump. The phenomenon of the Trump Democrats, just like you saw the Reagan Democrats back in 1980. Some people think, well, there's just a ceiling on the support that Trump can get. There's a ceiling on the support that a populist candidate can get. This poll suggests that's not true. I think there's a lot of room for a populist candidate to grow. Now, maybe Trump's got his supporters and there's not a ton of room for that to grow, unless Joe Biden completely craters, which is a totally plausible scenario. But in terms of populism generally, cracking up the sort of uniparty monopoly and the stale old talking points and the stale old priorities of both parties, there's a ton of room, it would seem, to grow. You'd grab 5% from the libs immediately, and if you had a candidate who was better than Cornel West, you could probably grab a lot more than that. If you think that populism is over or on the decline, as I think a lot of establishment Republicans are hoping is the case. I think a lot of establishment Republicans, frankly, are hoping that if Trump gets a nomination in 2024, that he loses, and then the GOP can finally reset to the good old happy days of Mitt Romney and, Asa Hutchinson and all these squishes, and they can become Democrat light again. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's what the numbers show. Boy, what a great clip that was. Make sure that you ring that bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.